Good morning, students. Today we shall start our lesson with a new topic named plants and animal hormones. So we shall start with plant hormone. So what does the word hormone means? The word hormone is derived from the Latin or not sorry, Greek word known as hormone means to excite. The function and control of coordination in plants. So they do the main functions, that is the physiological and metabolic functions are done by these hormones. So they are also called as the chemical messengers of the body. So what does it do? So when we say about in animals, the endocrine glands secrete these types of hormones which do the physiological processes like digestion, metabolism, growth, development, and reproduction. So we shall start with plant hormones. So what does plants do with the help of this hormone? So plant hormones are organic molecules that are produced at extreme low concentration in the plants. They control the morphology, physiology, and even the biochemical response to the plant. So they are of five types. So when we say about plant hormones, there are five types of hormone produced in plants. They are auxin, cytokinin, gibberellin, abscisic acid, and ethylene. Okay, so five types of hormones are present or produced by the plants, and they are called as the auxin, cytokinin, gibberellin, abscisic acid, and ethylene. So what does they do? They promote the growth of the plant, and also some hormone inhibits the plant growth. So inhibition of plant growth is also done by this hormones. When we say about the promotion of hormones, or the what does it promotes in the plants? The development or the growth or the elongation of the root, stem. So everything is done by these hormones, especially cytokinin, gibberellin, and auxin. They promote the growth, whereas abscisic acid and ethylene inhibits the growth. So today we shall start about the regulation. So what it regulates? Only the growth. Growth regulators. Mostly plants regulate the growth. Hormones regulate growth in plants. So this is done by auxin, cytokinin, and gibberellin. And whereas the remaining two hormones, abscisic acid and ethylene, it inhibits the growth. Now let's see about the first hormone, auxin. So auxin, so already I have mentioned, it promotes the growth of the plant. So how? By elongation or by the development of the cells in the plant. So auxin was first discovered hormone, and this was seen in the root and stem, and they are mainly seen at the tip of the plant. So only the growth develop at the tip. So this was noted, and first Charles Darwin in year 1880 he observed the unilateral growth in a grass plant. So first it was seen in in a grass plant. So he observed the growth, that is the coleoptile. So it is used to call it as coleoptile. So here that the tip of the plant is called as a coleoptile. So many experiments has been done to prove this, that the growth occurs only at the tip. So when we see about the tip of the plant, so this was proved by an experiment by Wendt. When we say about Wendt experiment, he is a Dutch biologist. He demonstrated by showing in an Avena coleoptile, that is a grass plant. He also proved by a grass plant. What he did means he cut the tip, did not allow to indicate. So it was told that the growth occurs only at the tip. So first what he did, he cut the tip, did not growth indicate. So we to avoid the growth, he cut the tip. In the second experiment, he placed a agar block on indicating the coleoptile tip. The tip was being cut and an agar block was kept over it. In his experiment, he placed a detached coleoptile tip on the agar block. So he kept the tip over the agar block, and in the middle it was kept an agar block. He discharged the tip and placed the agar block on the decayed coleoptile. The growth started up, indicating that some of the chemicals has been diffused through this cut coleoptile tip into the agar block, then stimulated the growth. So this proves that even though an agar is kept in the middle of the plant tip and allowed to grow, the chemical substance from the coleoptile tip moves into the agar and then it stimulates the growth. From his experiment, he said that chemical diffusion from the tip was responsible for the growth. So he proved that the chemical substance which moved through the agar media and it started the growth. So only he named that chemical substance as auxin, which means to grow. So what are the types? Then later this was proved by many experiments and they also found what chemical is present in that plant tip. So types of auxin. So later to development of the growth was done by auxin has been identified and it is also artificially synthesized. So naturally also auxin is present in plant and synthetically they are producing auxin also. So there are two types of auxin on the basis of nature. So one is called as the natural auxin and the next one is called as the synthetic auxin. So what does natural auxin means? The auxins which is naturally present in the plant is called as the natural auxin. That is it is given in the chemical formula as indole 3-acetic acid. So IAA is the short form of auxin. That is the chemical form of auxin is IAA. I means indole, A is for acetic and acid. So IAA is a natural auxin, whereas synthetically it is, that is artificially, these auxins has been produced and they are called as the synthetic auxin. Example 4D, 2,4-D. 2,4-D means it is dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. So, the chemical formula of synthetic acetic acid is 2,4-D. 2,4-D denotes 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. Next, we can see the physiological effects. So, what does it do in the plant? Physiologically, what it does. So auxin brings about the variety of physiological effects in different plants. So each plant it differ also. So auxin promotes the elongation of the stem and coleoptile, which makes them to grow. So they makes the tip of the stem to grow, and it also induces root formation at lower concentration and inhibit into higher concentration. So if auxin is present in the root tip, it inhibits it into higher concentration, the development, root formation. Then auxin promotes by the apical buds, suppress growth and lateral buds. This is also called as the apical dominance. It also suppresses the growth of the lateral bud. It allows only the elongation of the stem and it suppresses the lateral buds. Then seedless fruits without fertilization is induced by the external application of auxin. So externally, if the auxins are induced, it will increases the development of seedless fruit, that is only called as the parthenocarpy. Without fertilization from the fruits will be developed. Example watermelon, grapes, lime, etc. Next, auxin prevents the formation of abscisic layer. So abscisic means the death layer. So it also prevents the formation of death layer in plants. So that's all students about auxin. So in this lesson, plant and animal hormones, we have started with plant hormones. There are 5 types of hormone: auxin, cytokinin, gibberellin, abscisic acid and ethylene. So today we have seen about auxin. Auxin means to grow. In Greek word we used to say it as to grow. So it's a chemical which is present in plants or a hormone present in plants which makes them which develops a growth development in plants. Thank you students.